everybody and welcome. I am the Grounded Geyser, your favorite Iron Ball holding PokeTuber of this channel, and today I am your coach of the Lowland Nidoqueens for the MBA Season 8. And currently the Lowland Nidoqueens of you are currently 2-0. And this week we're actually gonna take on the New York Bagons, coached by Fuck. I know, I didn't say the word, don't worry. I just said fuck with a P. P-H-U-C. Alright, so we're actually going to take out the fuck right now. So actually this is going to be the Teambuilder. I will go over the things I thought was okay to actually bring. I built this with a friend of mine, again, who helps me a lot during these games. Like prepping and such. So actually, let's go over the team that Fuck has, and also over our team if you didn't know. So, we're gonna open up with Fuck's team, and Fuck's team contains Jirachi, Hippowdon, and Garchomp for OU. Garchomp Mega, sorry. For UU, he has Milotic, Darmanitan, and Whimsicott. For RU, he has Uxie, Togetic, and Zoroark. No, this is just a note, Zoroark is in the MBA placed to RU. That's why he drafted it in RU. And for NU/PU, he has Stoutland, Regice, and Electivire. We of the Lowland Nidoqueens, if you didn't know or just tuned in, we are having Latias, Talonflame, Aggron Mega, Gardevoir, Vaporeon, Chestnut, Druddigon, Hitmontop, Omastar, Gourgeist, Kangaskhan, and Swellow. So, as we look at our opponent's team, it is very scary, IMO. And that is just because he has a Jirachi, which can be scarfed and do some massive damage. He has a Sandsetter in Hippowdon, and Hippowdon is always a freaking hard wall to break, because I always have issues with it. Then he has Garchomp, who takes benefit of the sand. He has Milotic, who can be defensive. Scarf or Bandit or Manatan is an issue. Whimsicott can be annoying as hell. Uxie can be a lead or an offensive set, potentially a lead. Togetic is more there as a bulky defogger. Zoroark is just a bitch to play around with because you never know what it is until it uses a move, and you don't want to risk it as you lose your Pokemon. Stoutland, who can also take benefit of the scent with the Scent Rush ability. Regice, who is a special defensive wall, which can also lend some offensive pressure, and then lastly Electivire to stop the Volt Core. Alright, so by the time of this video, we made a free agent after this battle, and the free agent is gonna be Manectric. We dropped that, and we're actually gonna take Druddigon, and that trade took place after we took out Fuck. So now we're gonna go actually into the team builder. So as you see, he has many threats we could actually take on our team. So we need, especially for Mega Aggron, because when Mega Aggron comes, we just need to work around him. Just so he has the best potential to actually do something. Or maybe we want to do that stall out or something. Really depends, but we're actually gonna open up with IB Trick in the Super Gourgeist Super Gender Female, holding the leftovers with the Frisk ability, of course, with Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed, Protect, and Foul Play. Again, it's practically the same set as last time, only we use Foul Play. As for the spread, we have 240 HP, 252 defense, and 16 in special defense with an Impish nature. The 240 HP is because 232 is a leftovers number, but 232 is a leftovers number, but 240 also lets us take on hazard, so we don't actually lose the hazard and still gain enough health as possible. 252 defense is just because we need it, and the 16 we have left is just gonna be dropped in special defense. So, what is this thing actually gonna take on? Well, it can actually take on the Hippowdon if it doesn't Toxic us, but I'll come probably back to that later. We can also switch in on Garchomp because we wall it. Fire Blast may be hitting, but still. We could take it on. We also will switch in on Jirachi, depends on the set. We can also take on Uxie, we can take on Stoutland right here. That was the main reason we put this on the team, because we actually take I think barely over 50% from a crunch or something, and crunch is stronger than return. But after we protect, we can just take one Will-O-Wisp and then we can live it. And then actually that's pretty much it. It can maybe also be a swap in for the Electivire, but most of the things that this thing can be switched into have also some checks to it pretty much. So that's pretty much I'll be tricking the Gorgas right here. Just pretty simple for this week. We didn't feel like running something special if this will just work, so that's just I'll be tricking the Gorgas. Next up we have Super Meh, the choice card, Almond Star with Shell Armor with Scald, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Toxic. With 40 in HP, 252 the special attack and 216 speed. The 216 in speed with the choice card allowed us to outrun his team borrowing Scarvers, I believe, because the Darmanitan is still faster with Scarf. But Almond Star was also meant right here to actually take on the Darmanitan, because it's base 70 HP with 125 defense. Actually, let us take on Flare Blitz, which our team is pretty much weak to, and we can't risk Vaporeon for that. That's why we decided on Almond Star, because 4 types resist. With the choice card, we can actually, if he is banded or something, or Life Orb, we can actually take it down with a Scald. Or when Earth Power we want to. Ice Beam is just to hit the things like, for example, Garchomp. Earth Power is just there for things like Electivire or something. And Toxic is just there just because if we need a fast Toxic off or something, probably on the Milotic or something. So it's also pretty self-explanatory. We needed the Timid Nature actually to reach this speed. Because we just need the HP investment and the max special attack EVs, that's why. So this thing is mainly designed to actually take on Darmanitan right now. Because of the threat that Darmanitan can or is to our team. So next up we have actually Aloy, the Aggron, holding the Aggronite with a Sturdy before it Mega Evolves or Filter after it Mega Evolves. With Ice Punch, Toxic, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, with a spread of 252 HP, 16 defense, 240 special defense with Impish Nature. It is the standard spread, I know, but what isn't broken, you need to get it fixed. And in this case, Aggron's standard spread works out pretty much, because of its high defense already. So, then we actually have Aggron with the Ice Punch, which can also hit the Garchomp and the Hippowdon. Which also could do some nice damage. Toxic is there actually to take down some walls who may switch in. Just like for example, Togetic predicts maybe an Earthquake or something and we go for the Toxic. It's also good for Hippowdon. It can also work for Gardevoir, Milotic I mean. Heavy Slam is just for overall damage and for the stab. And Earthquake is just to hit things that we need to, like Electivire for example. And because he has, let's see. Yeah, he has one resistance to the Earthquake. And Darmanitan, Earthquake was also for the Jirachi, so it's for Jirachi, Darmanitan, Electivire. Because if we catch it on switching, we do some major damage, which is just great, because how lower we can get Darmanitan, the better. So actually that was our plan for the Mega Aggron this week. We didn't know really and moved food to the second slot, that's why we decided on Toxic, because we have pretty much coverage for everything so far. So yeah, that's also Mega Aggron for you. The third Pokemon, fourth Pokemon we have right here is Bubble Jet, the Vaporeon, with the leftovers of Water Absorb. With Wish, Toxic, Protect and Scald with 204 HP, 252 defense and 52 special defense. This thing can actually take on the Milotic actually. This is our switch to the Milotic even if he Toxics. So we can actually swap Toxics in between, but I'm immune to his Scald, which I pretty much wanted. Because if we can't risk a Scald burn on any of our mons. So actually Vaporeon just needs to take them. So we have just Wish for overall recovery, we have Scald for some major damage, and we have Wish Protect combined here. A, to actually scout for some things, and B, if we wish up, we can also protect and get our wish straight up. So Bubble Jet is here. I didn't think we used it before, so we can actually kind of roll with it. I think Bubble Jet is just going to be very nice if he brings Milotic, because we can do several things against him. And I think it's just a good pair in combination with Gourgeist and Mega Aggro, because it's a good defensive core right here. So actually the fifth Pokemon right here is a Mr. Draco de Latias with the Life Orb, with the Levitate ability, with Draco Meteor, Psyshock, Defog, and Roost. 104 HP, 188 special attack, and 216 in speed. So the 216 in speed is actually to outrun his, let's see, yeah, it was to outspeed Zoroark, just in case. I adjusted the speed a bit more because I saw we were slower than Zoroark before. Just before the match I decided to actually swap it. Because we actually want to outspeed it and hit it with a Draco Meteor as soon as possible. So we have Draco Meteor and Psyshock for overall stab. We are a Defogger and we have Roost this week. The 104 HP is just there for bulk, and we didn't need the max special attack to break the things we needed to break. So that's why you're actually having that weird amount of special attack spread. The Life Orb is just boosting our moves anyway, so you can actually hit pretty hard with this. So this thing comes pretty much in Draco Meteors or Psyshocks or maybe Defogs, and if it's at low health it's Roost. So it's actually just a very expendable mon, which we really like on this team for now, for fuck. So I also see the shine outside of Mega Eggman, because there are some Pokemon who just don't want to take a Life for Draco Meteor. So yeah, that is actually Mr. Draco for you right now. And then the last one we have Sir Knight, the Choice Scarf Gardevoir with the Trace ability, with Moonblast, Psychic, Healing Wish, and Trick. With 86 HP, 252 special attack, and 188 speed. 188 speed brings us to 243, and with the Choice Scarf we actually outrun his entire team, if I'm correct. And we just need also the max special attack right here, just to hit as hard as possible. Sorry guys, I just woke up. And then we have the 86 in 68, I mean, and HP, because that was over from the speed that we didn't need, so we actually put it in the HP stat to gain a little bit bulk. Moonblast is just for stab, same as Psychic. Psychic hit actually more, because we also calc if we trace the sheer force from the Darmanitan, we're actually gonna OHKO him potentially with the Psychic. So that was a very nice thing. We're gonna just have Healing Wish right now for just overall healing. Like for example, if you need Mega Aggron as a win condition, we can just Healing Wish it back up, and then we have a full health Aggron. Trick is there to actually trick something to check the Choice Scarf, or maybe some things like, for example, Guard. I almost said it again. To swap the Choice Scarf to a Milotic. Oh shit! Let me take a sip of my coffee. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Oh my god, coffee. To actually trick the Choice Scarf onto, for example, a thing like Electrifier wouldn't be bad. It can also work against the Milotic. It can work against the Togetic. Oh, it's my coffee. So that's why we want Trick. So there's actually going to be a fast team builder right here. I'm sorry for the lack of time right now. I went into this team as much as I thought that was needed to actually told. So I really want to end it off right here. So if you really enjoyed this episode of another team builder for the Lowland Nidoqueens for the MBA, leave a like down below. Maybe even drop a sub if you have not. And pretty much wish us the best of luck for our match, which is coming up today actually. So I want to thank you all so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next episode, whatever I'm gonna make. I will see you next time, everyone. Bye! Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Grounded Dice Score, your favorite Iron Ball holding PokeTuber of this channel, and today I want to welcome you as the coach of the Lowland Nidoqueens for the NBA Season 8 week number 3. Jesus, I'll get tired of these long intros, but either way, I want to welcome you to the battle versus Fuck. So actually, I already went over the team in the team builder video, which is gonna be linked in the description below. But just, oh, shit. Actually, as a quick team recap for you guys, if you don't want to watch the team builder, I will actually go over the team right now in a bit, so you kind of know what we're gonna bring. So let's see. I have just a bulky Gore guys with Willow, Lychee, Protect, and Foul Play. We have a Choice Scarf Amistar, we have Mega Aggron, we have Vaporeon, which is bulky, we have a Life Orb Offensive Latias, and we have a Scarf Gardevoir. As my opponent Fuck is gonna bring the Garchomp, Hippowdon, Milotic, Jirachi, Darmanitan, and Togetic. So pretty much what we expected, which was quite, I was quite happy about. So going into this team, I actually saw potential of 4 openings right here. It went down to 3 because I didn't expect it to open up with this Mega ASAP. So actually, I thought that he was going to open up with Hippowdon, Jirachi, or Darmanitan. I just tried to go with the safe play, and I actually wanted to open up Amistar, just as maybe the Scarf Leaf, he can maybe pick off something if he thinks we are just a hazard setter. So, I actually decided to open up with my with my Amistar, as he is going to open up with the Hippowdon. The first turn I'm actually going for Scald, as he is going to get up his rocks. Oh no, he's actually going to go for the Whirlwind and pulls me out in the Mega Aggron. And of course I don't want to stay in, so I go straight back and I be tricking the Gore guys at Frisky Smooth Rock. And I do it fucking again! Alright, so the turn I actually, I switched Gore guys in, he went for the Stealth Rock. And right now he's going to swap out into his Togetic, as I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. I went for Leech Seed because I wanted to counteract the Sand a bit, just in case he attacks me, I can actually do something back. So he's actually gonna switch in his Togetic and then switch back out into his Hippowdon, as I'm actually gonna protect just the Scout and also rack up Leech Seed damage, maybe see what kind of set he is. But he switches back to Hippowdon, so I'm actually gonna go straight for the Will-O-Wisp this turn. So I'm actually gonna Will-O-Wisp right here, and he actually is gonna Earthquake, which does 6%, which is just nothing. I will take some damage, but I don't really mind. So I'm actually going to go for the Leech Seed this turn, because why not? So he is actually going to Slack Off right here, which I don't really mind. I gained some Leech Seed recovery. He is taking 3 turns, well, he's taking 2 turns of damage. As I'm actually going to Leech Seed again, predicting the swap, as he is actually going to go into Jirachi. So right here, I'm actually gonna just protect, just in case, because no Jirachi can be Scarfed, Banded, Specs, whatever. So he actually goes for the U-turn, and I get more Leech Seed recovery, and actually I'm just gonna stay in because I know I can take a U-turn. So actually right now, he's gonna swap the Milotic, and I was actually going for the Leech Seed again, because I want as much recovery as possible. So I actually do some damage to the Milotic, and I don't really see what kind of set he is yet, so I'm actually gonna go straight up into my Bubble Jet, and he is gonna go for the Toxic, which was a good play on his part, because he needs to wear down my walls actually. So I'm actually gonna take Toxic damage, he's gonna take Leech Seed damage, and he's actually gonna swap into his Togetic right now, as I go for the Scald, and luckily we will get the burn. So actually right here, I take some more Toxic damage, as he is gonna take the burn damage, and I just decided to swap out into my Gourgeist again, as he is actually gonna go for the Ancient Power right here. This was probably just for the Talonflame, because Togetic can be a setup fodder to Talonflame. But he actually swaps out after the Ancient Power and is going to Darmanitan. On the turn I click Foul Play and do 95% to Darmanitan, which is huge. So actually I'm gonna protect right here to actually see what he probably locks himself into if he was Scarfed or whatever. So actually he's gonna go for the Flare Blitz right here, and I just wanted to make the safe play and actually go into Amistar right now. I will take rocks damage, I will take a U-turn which does 39%, and we see he is Life Orb. So he's actually gonna swap out into the Garchomp because he thought we were gonna be Elite Set. So we're actually gonna Ice Beam the Garchomp and goodbye. So Garchomp is gone, so it's currently 5 and 6, and now he's going actually in the Milotic. So I go straight out into my Bubble Jet because I know I can wall this, and Dragon Tail is gonna come through. As the Dragon Tail comes through, he's actually gonna Dragon Tail me out into Mr. Draco the Latias, and actually I decided to defog right here because Dragon Tail, Stealth Rock, we don't want that. As he's actually gonna Toxic my Latias right here, and we still don't have any passive damage on the Milotic yet, which is a shame. So I'm actually gonna switch out into my Bubble Jet as he's actually gonna go for the Dragon Tail again and swap me out into Mr. Draco the Latias. At this point I was like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? So I actually swap him out and I now go into Sir Knight and I get the Marvel skill. Ashley's gonna Scald and he actually is gonna burn me. Which I'm quite happy about because I now have the Marvel skill. It boosted my defenses, so maybe I can indeed leave a hit. So it's actually gonna go into the Togetic right here. So I'm actually gonna Trick and I trick my Choice Scarf onto the Togetic. So that's actually pretty nice because Togetic is now pretty much useless and I'm actually gonna take it out with a Moonblast right here. So Togetic is down and he is actually gonna go into the Darmanitan because he can take me out. I calced, I couldn't leave a hit with the Marvel skill, so it was in my best interest to swap out into the Amistar, and I'm actually gonna die to a Rock Slide. Due to sheer force, he doesn't take life orb damage, but I don't really mind. And since I know he's life orb, I know I outspeed, so he's actually gonna go to Jirachi right here on my Side Shock. Right here, I actually decided to swap into my Mega Aggron, I believe. Yes, I decided to go to Mega Aggron because I could take him on any day of the week, and he's actually gonna U-turn straight out of here into the Darmanitan. Right here, I feel like I needed to risk it and go for the Darmanitan kill right now, and we're actually living because he's Adamant Life Orb, but we are actually gonna take him out to EQ barely. So that's Darmanitan down, a U-Thread is now gone, and actually Hippowdon comes back in, and I'm actually gonna swap out into my Gourgeist. And she's actually gonna Stealth Rock right here, which isn't gonna take down my Aggron to be honest. But he takes some more burn damage and I'm actually gonna Leech Seed right here. Ashley is actually gonna go for the Whirlwind, which I don't really mind because he now gets me into the Mega Aggron. I actually gain now more health than I had when I came back in. So he's now at 92%, so I actually go for the Ice Punch and take the Hippowdon out. So he has only 2 months left, Jirachi and Milotic. So now actually, now it's actually gonna happen because a little bit forward on this point something's gonna happen, and that would be probably it's gonna be a sort of stall because it's Milotic versus the world at the, very soon. So I indeed first the Choice Card on the Jirachi and he is gonna Iron Head, which is 21%, and I don't really mind that, so because I get it back from leftovers. Actually, I'm actually gonna Protect right here as to see if he wants to go for the Iron Head again or swap. So actually I'm just gonna go for the trying to go for the Seeds right now because I want to get as much recovery as possible. And actually I wanted to actually go for the Leech Seed again because I might predict the swap right here. Ashley is gonna go into the Milotic and I'm actually gonna Protect because I need more recovery, because I needed Gourgeist and more health. So the Sandstorm is still here, it isn't helping out pretty much, so I'm actually gonna swap out into my Vaporeon. As he is actually gonna Dragon Tail me out yet again into my Gardevoir right here. I traced the Marvel skill again, which isn't gonna save me from the Jirachi to be honest. And right here, he's gonna swap out into Jirachi because he didn't know, I didn't know what to do, and I actually go for Healing Wish, and I'm gonna Healing Wish back my Aggron to full. Because that was the only thing that we needed, and he's actually gonna U-turn right now, and I actually went for the Toxic right here. Oh no, I went for the Earthquake, just to see how much it do. As we see, it's gonna actually be a defensive Milotic as we expected, and I wanted to go for the Toxic, but I missed. So actually he's gonna Dragon Tail my Aggron out, expecting the Vaporeon to come in, but he's actually gonna swap in my Gourgeist right here, and I first the leftovers, which isn't really something useful information because I already knew that. Actually gonna Protect right here just to see what he's gonna do, and he actually wants to go for the Toxic. Actually now I'm gonna swap out seeing the Toxic go into Latias because I need to get these rocks off the field. And she's actually gonna Dragon Tail me right out back into Bubble Jet. So Bubble Jet was one of my only options which I had left to actually go for, and my best interest was to go for Scald just in case if he went to the Jirachi. Oh no, I went for Toxic, but I missed yet again. Oh, alright, I can't land the Toxic this season, I know it already. He is actually going to U-turn out right now, and I actually went for the Scald right here, just to do some overall damage, and we're actually going to snack the burn on the Milotic, which is actually going to help out a bit. It slows down our progress instead of a Toxic, but yeah. Alright, so Bubble Jet is actually gonna die to the poison right here, and now Mr. Draco can come in and get a free defog off. As the Jirachi is actually gonna come in, and we are gonna lower his evasiveness, get the rocks off the field, and we have one more turn left. But since he starts, he outspeeds us. And this is actually the part where it's gonna begin. Because now he has Jirachi and Milotic left, and we have Gourgeist and Aggron, so it's gonna be pretty much a stall war right here. So we actually take some damage with the burn, and I'm actually gonna go to IB Trickin'. And this is actually gonna be a mind game. He's actually gonna Toxic me right here as I'm going for the Leech Seed just to get some more damage. And so with the Leech Seed damage and burn damage. So now he's actually gonna swap because he knows Milotic is his win con. And I actually now swapped into Aggron, expecting the Jirachi actually. And he's actually gonna U-turn out right here into the Milotic as I go for the Earthquake, because that was my safest play. So actually he was gonna recover right here, and to be honest, because it's gonna be a pretty large stall fest, I actually want to speed this up a bit. So he's actually gonna stall us out with the recover, as he's eventually gonna swap in his Jirachi and actually gonna Earthquake. So I have Jirachi, I have Aggron and Gourgeist left, and he has almost a dead Milotic, but he is actually gonna recover spam right here. And I didn't actually want to take a Scald and burn us, because that would pretty much solve the game. So actually he's gonna Scald right here as we're gonna protect and etc. Now that he is seeded and burned, we can actually take some more damage. We get burned in the process, but we're actually gonna spam Earthquake versus him. And actually, I'm not skipping through, I'm sorry, because I don't want to let you watch to an almost 100 turn battle, I'm sorry. So actually, this is just going to be a humongous stall fest between him recovering, scalding on some turns, and me swapping a bit, because I needed to actually swap and predict the moves he was going for, just to keep a Pokemon alive and get the 2-0 victory. Eventually he is actually gonna die right here, which is a nice turn to actually see. As we go into the Gourgeist, and we predicted the Scald actually, and he lands it. Because at this time he probably was out of recovers, I believe. We're gonna take Leech Seed damage, we're gonna take burn damage, and now we can actually protect for the game, which I'm actually gonna do. So he's gonna die to passive damage, so Gourgeist gets another kill. Oh no, wait, no. If he dies to burn, the kill goes to Vaporeon. And since he dies to burn, the kill actually goes to Vaporeon right here. So we actually snag a 2-0 victory versus Fuck. So now we after we beat Fuck, we are actually 3-1 right now. So I'm really happy about that. So I actually want to thank you so much for watching to this episode, and I hope you really enjoyed this. And you will see me probably as the coach of the Lowland Nidoqueens upcoming Saturday again. Because the MBA goes up on Monday and Saturday, so let me think what I should have done differently. Let me also think what you also thought of this. And I will see you in the next episode of whatever video I'm gonna make. I will see you next time, everyone.